pussycat, now don't be slow. Give me 2 hot dogs ready to go. Hot dog, she's my baby. Hot dog, drives me crazy. Hot dog, know me maybe. You ought to see my baby in a hot dog stand. In the cool of the evening when the sun goes down, all the cats and chicks all gather round. They order hot dogs and red soda pop, then they head downtown to a hip cat hop. Hot dog, she's my baby. Hot dog, drives me crazy. Hot dog, don't mean maybe. You ought to see my baby in a hot dog stand. Hot dog.
So the loneliness was getting to me, and I was going for counseling. I called her the talk doctor. She's a sweetheart. Said to me, "You need to get into a grief group, Lenny." And I remember joining a grief group. It was a big help. It changed my life, meeting other people that were going through the same thing I was going through. And Susan would say to me, "Honey, I want you to get organized," because I'd say, "Well, I'm not that organized a person," and she'd say 2 weeks before she passed, she said, "Promise me you'll get organized." And I said, I will. I'll get, there was a girl, Katie, that worked for us at Sriracha, and she was a sweetheart, Katie, the organizing lady. She came and helped me organize some book work and stuff, and I'm truly blessed. It's been life-changing. Live a nice, simple life, drive some of the back roads, and life was good. Jim Walton had made I had a 6-foot hot dog that was on top of my old cart, and I had that hanging on the wall, but it was all faded from the sun. And my friend Norma Montaigne, who passed away last year, she was an artist, and Norma did a lot with the parade, the Halloween parade, and the Kiwanis, and she was very loved. Norma said, she said, I want to spruce that up for you, Lenny, as a gift for, she said, let me put some color to it, add some toppings and stuff. She took it, drooling hot dog with all relishes and stuff dripping off of it. She did that for me, and then she died in a car accident, and it broke my heart, but my sweet Norma, good person, she was a good friend to Susan, and I'm so happy I have that big hot dog out in the barn. I said, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'll have it forever. The inside job happened, I was 69 years old, and I was running the cart, and the cart was a lot of work. I wish I made the money people think you make, having a cart, believe me. They think it's so romantic. It's like the people that buy, they come from down country and they buy a country inn thinking that wouldn't it be romantic to have a country inn, and they don't realize the work that's involved. That was the thing with the cart. It was a lot of work. I mean, I'd be up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'd have to heat everything and get it into the cart. There's only 3 stairs off the porch. You got to carry stuff down the 3 stairs, the pans one at a time because they're full of hot food. Put them in the steamer, get everything going. You got to get your ice, your sodas loaded up, all the rolls, everything you need for the day. Open at 11, close at 4, but I'd be working till 7 o'clock at night to clean up afterwards. 7, 8 o'clock sometimes, to do it right. Get all cleaned up, prepped up for the next day, shop and everything. You're getting tired. I'd be going sometimes, try to rush, and I stumble and drop the pan, and all the stuff spills. Now I got 45-minute cleanup before I can go to work. So I finally, my friend Roger, Jeremias, he said to me, he always called me old man, he said, hey, old man, you're not a kid anymore. You're out there freezing, trying to open in the winter. It's just too much for you. He said, why don't you get on the corner, talk to Joe Giancola. He's got that empty building down on the corner. Open up a place. He said, even if you just throw a push cart inside the building with a couple of picnic tables. Sometimes I say to myself, maybe I should have done that. But he said, no, you can put a counter here, you get this. And Roger gave me a lot of ideas and stuff. I went to see Joe, and Joe said, come on. He said, let's go up there. We went up to the corner. And I told him, I said, when I lived on Madison Street, I used to walk down here. I said, I'd stand across the street, look at this place, and I used to say, geez, I love that building. I said, I would love to own a little place in that building. That building's just, it spoke to me all the time. And whoever thought years later I would be there. It was just a shell that was empty. So I told him what I wanted to do, and he said, okay. So he said, well, hold on to the keys. You know, he said, you want to bring Susan down here to look at it and stuff like that. I said, okay. I had the keys for about 2 weeks, you know, and I brought it on and looking around and stuff. And so I said, well, Joe, here's your keys back. I said, I just wanted to bring them back. I don't want you to think I'm holding them on forever. He said, what, you don't want the place? He said, well, no, I do. He said, well, then keep them. He said, get going on this. Tell me what you need. Get going. So I said, okay. And I was telling him what I had planned. I said, I got to look for some equipment. I got to look for this and look for that. He said, you go to auctions. He's telling me, check with this one, check with that one. You know, as far as the Giancolas, I can't say enough. That family, I was blessed to have the Giancolas in my life. Blessed. All capital letters. Joe was so good to me. I think if everyone was fortunate enough as I was to be able to go and spend the day, just spend the day with Joe Giancola. Spend the day with that man. He is an amazing man. So Joe called me up and it was like, he goes, hey, write this down. It was on Sunday night. I'll never forget it. And he was out over someone's house for dinner, and he said to me, here, you got a credit card? He said, call this company. He said, there's an auction. He said, and it's a Quiznos. It's up in Essex. There's an auction now. It's going on. You got to bid on this stuff. You give me your credit card number. You got a credit card? He said, give him the number. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm going, okay, Joe. And so I'm looking online. I never bid online. I didn't know anything about it. Never been to an auction like that, you know. He goes, they got the counters, they got everything you need. So I figured, well, one of them was real good. I figured I better bid, 200 for one section, 300 on one. I bid 400 on one. I bid 175 on the sections of the counter because they were, they had everything you needed there. So anyways, I start bidding on he goes, they got tables and chairs. So I'm bidding on the tables and chairs. I'm bidding on the neon signs. I'm bidding on all this stuff, right? And I'm bidding, I'm going light on it. Well, anyway, I'm watching the thing and I'm watching it. He says, stay close because if somebody bids, you got to go right in with a bid quick on it. So I'm doing this. Well, anyway, it ends up the bidding comes over. No one bid on the stuff. I ended up paying $10 a section for all the stuff for $40. I bought the whole line. I mean, the tables and chairs, I think I paid $50 for a table and 4 chairs. And I bought like 25 chairs. It was just amazing, all the stuff. Joe was the king of auctions. So I got all this stuff, so now I got to get it. So I'm trying to think, how am I going to get it? Joe goes, listen, get a truck. I got one of his trucks with a hydraulic lift. He sent 4 of his guys with me. We went up there. 20 minutes. We were in and out of that building so fast. I mean, I never saw any guys work so fast at what they were doing, taking all the stuff apart, loading the truck. We come back, and Joe he treated me like gold. I mean, I couldn't, as far as I'm concerned, they're family to me. Giancolas will always say you're part of my family. just was so good to me. And then when Susan passed, and you know, he said, "You do what you got to do, and you know, that place will be there for you." And it came to the point where it was 2 years. You know, Lenny, if you want to open, David said to me, we'll help you, everything we could do. But if you don't have it in you, he said, we got to rent this place. And I said, I fully understand. I said, for what I owe you guys, I said, just take the equipment. And David said, that's good karma, Len. Maybe somebody could go in there. It can help a person open a business that doesn't have the money, and they could get a good leg up. And that's what I did. And it just warms my heart. We went in there and we took every one of those pictures, the 500 of them, down off the walls, and I got them all stored here in my garage. And every time one of my friends comes by, and people I know, they come by, and if their picture was up on the wall, I give it to them, you know, and say, here, you know, a memory of the place. Again, I owe all that there to the Giancolas. I can't say enough for what they've done for me in my life. But Rutland in general, I mean, it's just the people here have been so kind to me. I'm blessed to live where I live. You know, I'm just blessed to live where I live. And that was that. I mean, that was the Big Lenny's. It was only 9 months, really, where I was having a lot of fun. I had some good help. I had Joanne worked. She was a retired school teacher. And Dawn worked with me. They were power. Dawn she knew the food business backwards, forwards, and she grew up in it. And her son Joey helped me, and I had a couple of young people working there for me, and you know, different people working and helping me. And I had a good crew. I had a good bunch of people, and I had the most wonderful customers. I mean, loyal customers. And like I said, over the years, I would go down there even by myself after it was closed. I'd walk in there and I'd start to cry. I'd sit there by myself and I'd put the oldies on the sound system and I'd walk around there and look, and I'd start to cry thinking about, look what I created from nothing. And now I got to walk away from it. But you know what? I'm one of the richest men I know for the friends that I have made over the years. Not monetarily, but for love and friendship, I'm a wealthy man.
Good morning, Hot Dog Gang. It's Tuesday morning. Big Lenny got the shades because the sun is shining. Let me tell you something. Just when I put up the open flag, it's hot and muggy. Get up here and enjoy some of this cool air conditioning. We got it nice. Anyway, we'll see you down here. Big Lenny's Inside Job. Love you guys. Increase the peace.
Well, there's nothing tastier that you'll find. It's gonna fill you up and it will blow your mind. And all the ladies clap their hands when they hear the hot dog band. It might not kill you, but it sure won't kill you. Well, as a matter of fact, it's guaranteed to thrill you. Now all the ladies understand when they see his hot dog stand. They call him Hot Dog Man. 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 Yeah, he's the leader of the band. He's #1 original Hot Dog Man. They call him Hot Dog Man. They call him Hot Dog Man. So come and find me when the sun goes down. We're gonna have ourselves a party on the other side of town. Ain't it dandy? Ain't it grand? Ripping all night with the Hot Dog Man. They call him Hot Dog Man. They call him Hot Dog Man. They call him Hot Dog Man. that will blow your mind. And all the ladies clap their hands when they hear the hot dog band. They call him hot dog man. They call him hot dog man. They call him hot dog man. Oh yeah, they call him hot dog man. He is the leader of the band. He's the number one original hot dog man. They call him 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 hot dog man. Yeah, he's the leader of the band. He's the number one original hot dog man. They call him hot dog man. Oh yeah, they call him hot.
My town, and I say my town because I love it. I love it here, and I love this area. I love Vermont. Susan used to say to me, she was a native Vermonter, and she'd say, "You're more native Vermonter than most native Vermonters with your love for this state and Rutland." And I've said it before. We get a bad rap sometimes when they had that the thing about Rutland with the junkies and the drugs and different things, and people say this and that about it. This is a beautiful community. You look, and people now, they come from away, they live down country, and they come up here. There's people that really appreciate what we have here. And then there's the ones that they come to this area and they want to build these big phenomenal homes, but then they want to change it all. Like, we need more of this, we need more malls, we need more of this and that. Why try to change it from what it is? We're a beautiful, homespun little place. And some of the young blood that's coming up in Rutland now, that's just wonderful people. There's just some great people like yourself, Ben. Everything it's coming together. I just think it's so great that people, individuals, are coming together in this town to try to make this the best it can be, and they're doing a hell of a job. The downtown partnership, the murals, the artwork, people like Joe Giancola, Mark Foley, who are stepping up to the plate and making things to try to make something and more family-oriented and people helping people. The good thing I think that came out of the pandemic was it brought people together, families closer together, and to keep doing the work we're doing here, and that's what it's going to take. Unfortunately, our kids can't stay here in Rutland because there's not enough for them. They need to go away. But what I'm seeing is now kids in their 30s and 40s that went away, got their education, are coming back to Rutland. And they're coming back and they're taking part of the community because they appreciate what they had here. And they want to raise their families here in Rutland now. And I think it's the greatest thing in the world. And the thing I could say is, don't forget your roots. Don't forget where you came from. I know there are a lot of problems. A lot of people have had a lot of heartbreak here too. But moving away and it doesn't. If you had a problem here, geographical move doesn't get rid of your problems. We need to work on ourselves. The more we work on ourselves and realize what we have and how to appreciate what we have, the better life is going to be for us, for our families. Just be together and enjoy your family and your friends. And when you see them, tell them you love them. Life, sometimes it's over in a snap. Don't have regrets. Don't say, I should have done this or I should have done that. Do it. I'm saying to the parents, your kids run into a little trouble, they have a problem, don't abandon them. Help them. Help these kids. Help these kids, because that's our next generation. That's who we got to help us. Make the best of life. Make the best of life and just support each other. And we can do this here, I know some people, the way the world's changed a lot from when I was young, but I see it going in a good direction, I feel. Little at a time, I said it before, there's a lot of bad in the world, but there's still more good than bad, so don't sell it short. Let's get those numbers up there. Let's get the good guys going, okay? Thank you, my friend. I can't thank you enough, Ben. I'm proud to be thought of enough that's people want to hear what I have to say. I'm honored. I'm truly honored, and to have you doing it, because you have a way of just, a nice way of doing it. When I look at all your documentaries that you've done, and with Ray and so on and so forth, and you're talented, and you see a different side. It's like you want to leave your mark, and you're doing a great job of it. And that's like me. Being that the restaurant had to close, and being that I went through some rough bumps in my road, it happens. But my legacy is going to be a guy that was loved because my love for people, and for that I'm forever grateful.
Every time I close my eyes, you were on my mind. Every time I close my eyes, you were on my mind. I think of all you've given me, and it fills my heart. So if the sun won't shine today, you will light my way. I want to thank you. From the very bottom of my heart, you have my heart.
I love you, Mama.
I love you too, baby.
In the cool of the evening when the sun goes down, all the cats and chicks all gather round. They order hot dogs and red soda pop, then they head downtown to a hip cat hop. Hot dog, she's my baby. Hot dog, drives me crazy. Hot dog, don't mean maybe you ought to see my baby in a hot dog stand.
Hey gang, Big Lenny from Big Lenny's Hot Dogs. You got a big appetite. Today's Saturday. Stop down. I got the hot dogs. I got everything. If you got the big appetite, stop in. Hey, listen, gang, Saturday morning, Lenny, we got Big Martin today. Miss Storm will be down here. Anyway, we're all down here. We're hanging out. Stop down to see us. We love you guys. Saturday, stop in. Big Lenny's Inside Job, 56 Strong Avenue. We love you, kids. I got a woohoo. All right, guys, see ya.
I'm waiting for my baby every night at 12. She closes up the top and then we lose ourselves at a hip cat hop in a crazy way. We're doing the bob till the break of day. Hot dog, she's my baby. Hot dog, drives me crazy. Hot dog, don't mean maybe you ought to see my baby in a hot dog stand. Hot dog, she's my baby. Hot dog, drives me crazy. Hot dog, don't mean maybe you ought to see my baby in a hot dog stand.
Happy Thursday, Hot Dog kids. The shades are on, the purple's on. Look at that, Gilbert Grape over here with Big Lenny's on the front. Anyways, Big Lenny's Inside Job, Thursday morning, sunshine, and it's nice and bright. I got a pot of potatoes on. Oh, I almost dropped the phone there, kids. I got a pot of potatoes on. We got it. You need it. Stop in and see us. I love you, kids. Increase the peace.